All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SNDL, Sundial Growers Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel. Invest for tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly announce I have a Twitter account now. The link is down below in the description. And to every single investor and viewer, stay tuned till the end of this video because we have a short recap on the ticker symbols we've talked about previously in other videos, how they've been doing, how they've moved up, and what to expect moving forward, such as WBA, ALGM, LXRX, and WISH, WISH. So stay tuned for that information towards the end of this video. So SNDL. SNDL has had a slight upward movement and it's holding itself up nicely. So the highs here were 78.99, basically 79 cents if you just round that up. Now it dipped down and it hit lows of about 64 cents. And from that point forward, it's had a slight upward movement, which is the volatility of the market, but bringing itself up to newer highs and back up to the 70-cent range. Now, we're above the 50-day moving average, so we want to keep that in mind. And it's holding itself up pretty well above 63 cents and above 59 cents and above the next low here of 58 and so forth. So the stock is looking like it's in a consolidation area. As long as it continues to stay within this area and not go much lower and not go much higher too crazy and just waiting for the next catalyst, that could be a healthy sign for this to hit newer highs and new resistance levels. But we need to watch it very closely, very carefully moving forward. Now, let's see our new resistance and support based off of today's movement. Let's go ahead and move these to their new location here and see what our support is and what our new resistance level is. So our resistance level based off this chart, as I was talking, was going to be at this point, but right now this just broke through it as I'm speaking, so we need to move this up to a newer location. So the true new resistance level is going to be up here at this point. I want every single investor to be aware of this. 72 cents. And I know that there's no line or marker right now, but that's based off the history of the chart at this point. And it's the highest point before it continued to fall. So as I was speaking and looking at the chart, I was already analyzing where we were going to put our new resistance level, and it just broke through it. So since the volatility and the momentum is going upwards right now in the chart, the next point would be 72 cents, and that needs to be turned into a support so that the bulls can break through it, reach newer highs and new resistance levels. Very, very important for every single investor to be aware of this, and I want to emphasize this. The bulls need to break through that point to continue this upward momentum and pull further away from the 50-day moving average, which is 67.02 to be exact, right on the dot, 67.02. I'd round that down to 67 cents. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory, and the moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. Now, if this breaks through support, there is a support level in bearish territory and below the 50-day moving average, and that's 65.93. I'd round that up to 66 cents to watch how the stock is doing and if the bulls are trying to reappear or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. But before getting to those lows, the first support level here is 67.51. You want to keep that in mind. Pay close attention to this stock, how it's doing as it gets closer to that point, and how is it reacting between the support and the 50-day moving average. There's such a small window there that you need to pay very close attention to how the stock's doing, and that's why I'm also sharing the support down here at 66 cents, and then the next one will be down here at 65. But right now, 67.51 is the first support level, still in bullish territory to watch if the bulls try to reappear or are the bears tearing this one down. As always, I hope you found these cues and information helpful and informative. If you're a first-time viewer and investor coming across this channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. So stay tuned for the recap. We're about to discuss about these different ticker symbols that we've talked about, see how they're doing, and what's the expectation moving forward. Stay tuned for that. So let's do a quick recap here on some of the stocks that I've talked about towards the end of these videos. I have many more stocks to continue to share with you guys moving forward, and also as I continue to do my due diligence and research, and as I come across them and I see consolidations and so forth. So let's start off with the first one that we've talked about this week. Well, the beginning of this week and ending of last week, and it was WBA. We've talked about it since it was at 42.90. That's when I did the video talking about it. It was sitting around this area, and from that point forward we can see how this week has been, and I think that there's still more room here. We definitely want to watch it closely due to the fact that it has been in a bullish run for some time. We need to see how long it's going to last, and also watch closely any pullbacks that this stock has moving forward. Now, the other one is ALGM. It was under the radar, and it still pretty much is. When you go ahead and look at their chart, their volume is pretty low. It doesn't even reach 1 million in volume, but it has been growing. And I've talked about it since it was way back here at around 24.90-ish. It was around this area right here. It was at the beginning, towards the middle of December. I'm not sure exactly what point it was at, but it was at 24.90 when I did the video, and when I actually mentioned it was earlier this week. And here we are seeing how it's been reacting moving forward. It kind of dipped. It was having a nice pullback, and consolidation was already broken through, so this was a really good sign, and I started talking about it to let more people know about it. Now, I did a full video on it, so a lot of people probably missed it and overlooked it. Came back to look at the chart. The chart was showing signs of moving upwards, and that there's great potential and possibilities here. And the fact that ALGM, a lot of analysts had a price target that already had broken through. Like, it was around 20 something and some change. It was like $28, $29, and it broke through it, reaching 31. And I had stated at the beginning of this week, as it was pulling back, that analysts were probably going to have to upgrade their price target, pushing this one up further due to the fact of the signs and what this stock is showing. Now, this is a great innovative stock. It's really going to do well with the EV sector growing, and I believe that there's room here still for this one. Now, the other one that I had shared with you guys was LXRX. Now, this one was a much more speculative play. I had stated that there was a nice consolidation forming as we saw at the beginning of the week. I mentioned it yesterday and the day before, not actually yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I was already seeing a healthy sign of holding itself up. I had stated that up towards Thursday or the end of this week, we were going to see a catalyst due to the big event, and here we are seeing it run from 380s all the way up to 940, dipping back down to 819. This could consolidate up here. I said this is a speculative play. We need to see how it ends the week, how it starts next week, and it can continue to grow, no doubt. But there's a lot of hype and speculation around it due to the fact of the catalyst that was coming up, and here we are seeing that happen. Now, the last one I stated was yesterday's video, and I mixed that up with LXRX. I talked about this 2 days ago, and here we are with Wish. Wish is one that I had stated I wish I'd found earlier. I remembered it was going to IPO, completely forgot about it, caught up with so many other ticker symbols, so much other research last month, and it dipped down. If I would have known this, I would have probably taken a shot at it, and I caught it up here around the beginning of this week, right? So it was dipping, and as soon as I was going to get ready to talk to you guys about it and stuff, I was like, man, it's dipping. Let's watch this closely. The next day it ran. I said, okay, let's see if there's some consolidation. It ran again. I talked about it yesterday, and here we are seeing it run. So we still need to watch this closely, how it continues to play out, because of the fact that stocks like these have great upward potential. We need to see how the pullbacks are, or if this would consolidate somewhere up here, or somewhere down here, because remember, it came from down here, ran up to here, held itself up, and ran again. So if it consolidates up here, healthy sign for the next run until there's more speculation or hype or some catalyst to make it continue, or pull back down to around this area and consolidate up here. That will show signs of healthiness as well moving forward in the long term, because it didn't just destroy all these gains and go back down to the 19 or under $20. So big deal here with this one. I hope that you guys have found these ticker symbols helpful and informative. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below. Any of you guys that have been watching them, how do you feel about them? And also, if you learned something new and you are a first-time viewer and you've never came across this channel, subscribe to continue to get information like this and see what the important cues are based off the charts for the next trading day. Don't forget to share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, let's make some money.